you see on CNN is anti-Trump slogans and white supremacy. But where are those
replacement
good
theory
values and faith in God? Lucky there's the orange man pie. Lucky there's two men who positively can do all the things that make us
effing cry.
We are the orange man pie. Hey everybody, it's me, Dave.
We're back.
And Clint.
We're back.
From our hiatus. I had a hiatus hernia.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
You got it?
Got it. I got it this time.
Right.
I think we got it.
All right.
The clock is ticking.
Take two. All right, listen. Dave was on vacation. Blah, 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 blah. There was a lot happening.
As we're going to talk about the school shooting.
Yeah. Where's the way?
Yeah, well, the school shooting, I have a lot to say about.
All right.
Because I'm...
Happy Memorial Day out there, too.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day.
Remember the fallen.
Yeah, I'll get this up. Well, let's listen to Whoopi real quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank Governor Abbott because he signed 22 bills this year, making it easier for mass shooters to buy, carry, and own guns in this state.
Ooh,
he made it easier for mass shooters?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Didn't he make it easier for everyone?
Not just mass shooters.
Oh. All right. Well, first of all, this guy should have never been able to buy a gun.
Yes, correct.
And the reason he was allowed is beyond me. Why
Correct.
he wasn't already in the database? I mean, if it was me, I'd be in there probably.
Well, I think he already had some mental
seconds.
health evaluations, which is definitely one of the things you like to attribute to these situations.
Yeah, let's not give this guy a gun at the moment.
Let's
do some further evaluating.
Yeah, they want to come up with all these red flag laws and stuff like that, but yet it never seems to work for the people that...
Well, gun laws just don't work, period.
Well, I mean, clearly...
Because criminals aren't going to follow them.
But even in this case, there's so many, like... questions about this whole scenario. That's the part that I think everybody's trying to come up with. Like, he turns 18 and then 4 days later he gets the two rifles that are $5,000 plus equipment plus a vest plus they said 375 rounds. I don't buy much ammo, so the one guy's like, it only comes in like fives or it wasn't fives. It was something like the way the cases where it's not broken down to where you can get 375 rounds.
Well, what's an AR-15 is just a
it's a platform. It's just a rifle.
Yeah. Ranchers and farmers use it to shoot the coyotes that are coming in to eat their...
Yeah, I mean, I guess wild animals. You got the hogs down there in Texas.
I mean, it doesn't really shoot that big of a round, does it?
I think you can get 5.56.
I don't know what that is.
That's the caliber of the bullet. I think a lot of them are 223s. So it depends on the caliber that you...
So 223 is basically a 22.
Yeah, it's a smaller bullet.
Yes, I mean, it's not that lethal of a weapon. There's more lethal weapons.
Yes, correct. Like a shotgun.
Or like a 45.
Well, you can. It's semi-automatic, so you can, as fast as you can pull the trigger is as fast as the bullets fire. So
well, it's the same as a semi-automatic handgun.
Clearly, this kid. No, listen.
Did you ever see those mag loaders?
Yeah.
For the handguns, I mean, you can get like 30 rounds in a handgun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to, it really makes no difference.
I understand.
I mean, the criminal's going to find a way.
Well, the criminals don't care about gun laws. Obviously, this guy was a deranged person, regardless of whether or not he was going to buy the guns or not. He obviously had a plan because as soon as he was able to obtain said weapons, he went to a school.
Well, let me ask you: is murder on the books?
Well, that's what I mean.
Is that illegal in Texas?
They're not worried about it.
Well, it is illegal, right?
Gun-free school zones.
If murder's illegal, how did that happen?
That sign didn't stop them.
There's a word on the page that says murder is illegal.
Yes.
And it didn't stop him.
And it's a capital punishment crime.
And it didn't stop him.
In Texas.
It didn't stop him.
He wasn't worried about it.
Didn't stop him. So you put all the laws and rules on the books you want to, it's not going to stop him. You can get rid of the AR-15, ain't going to matter. It's not going to stop the
There's
criminals.
worse guns out there than the AR-15.
Someone's going to still make it, and someone's still going to get it. They're going to import them from China because Joe Biden's buddies are going to be sending them over.
Yeah, they're walking across.
Chinese
They're walking across the southern border too. Rifles, guns shipped. You know what I mean? However handguns.
All right, let's finish Koopy.
No.
Let's go. Whoop. What exciting.
What's going on out there?
I don't know. Kids are playing.
Oh.
They're having a good time. No school on Monday.
Let's apply his abortion laws to guns by deputizing citizens to sue anyone involved in gun violence. So you sold an AR-15 at the...
To sue anyone involved in gun violence. So the scenarios she gives after that are not gun violence.
Well, also...
Listen.
Well, hold on. She said gun... She didn't specifically say... So if you... In these inner cities where there's a lot of gun violence that nobody really cares about, obviously.
Right.
Can I start suing the person after they get arrested for killing or whoever the straw purchaser was? Or she's... You know, that's what they're laying out there on the table. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, those are all illegal guns.
It's all going to come back to bite. Yeah, but I'm saying I should be
they're
able
probably
to...
all wiped, all the serial numbers shaved off. I mean, you'll never know where they came from.
No, but can I sue the
shooter?
person? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
All right.
If he lives.
Can I sue the person that
We
they
got to
may have
find
stole-
out. You got to figure out who shot him first.
Well,
I don't
when-
think they care.
Ah, obviously.
As long as it's black on black crime, nobody cares. They'll get away with it.
Yeah.
Well, this is the stuff she doesn't talk about. This is the stuff that's the real problem going on.
I don't know.
And she's worried about AR-15s.
Well, it's the big scary gun.
First of all, you know, and I talked about it earlier. It's like you can't tell me all you people that are all for abortions, but you're anti-gun. You know, there's only 21 children.
Mm-hmm.
You're big deal to you. What's the big deal?
Right.
You'll kill babies left and right. Don't bother you. Oh, it's a choice. What was this guy's choice? He doesn't get one.
Yeah.
Everybody else gets a choice, but he don't get one.
Maybe he felt like they didn't deserve to be in this.
Yeah, maybe he
world
thought they
anymore.
should have been aborted. You know, your logic is fucking stupid.
Wow.
They're just so stupid. But you know, these are the people that say we need to have abortions. We need to kill the unborn, and we need to get rid of the Second Amendment, which is treasonous, in my opinion. Anybody who wants to get rid of the Second Amendment is committing an act of treason.
Right.
That was put in there to protect. First of all, this is a government by the people, for the people.
Yes.
It's not the people for the government. It's not government rule.
It's been this way. It's been that way.
You know, so that's
for a
what
while.
and that's what the Constitution protects.
I know.
Without the Constitution, we're any other country. We're the only country in the world with a Constitution with the First and Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
Only one. There's other countries that have constitutions, but no First and no Second Amendments. We're the only one, and we're the most successful one.
Mm-hmm.
So these same people will look at the World Trade Center and say, George Bush bombed the buildings. He imploded them. He set him and the vice president went in there and they set bombs up and they detonated them.
I don't know that they're saying that.
Well, you know, they're kind of saying that. They believe that the government took down those buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't you believe that the government is shooting kids?
Right.
So that they can get their point across, so that they can take away the Second Amendment from you. And then once they take away the Second Amendment, there goes the First, because you got nothing to defend the First with the Second no more.
Right.
So their goal is to get rid of the Second Amendment. Their goal is to take guns from everyone, not just the criminals.
Well, they're going to
Everyone.
round. Yeah, once they get rid of the ones that they know about, they'll go around and start rounding up the ones that they don't know about. And
There hasn't been these school shootings are an invention of government.
Mm-hmm.
We created these kids at a very young age by pumping them with drugs, and listen, like I've always said, the transgender community, there's a screw loose. They're weak. They're sick. They need help. But we pander to them and tell them they're normal. This kid is weak.
Yes.
He was weak. He was a transgender. He had an issue.
Well, he was
we
also
pumped him with drugs. We took advantage of him, and we trained him to kill.
the reason why he wasn't even going to high school anymore is because he was getting bullied, and I think that's why like his parents, I forget what happened. His parents kicked him out, so that's why he was living with his grandparents.
We trained that he's a trained killer.
Somebody trained him because he was pretty proficient.
Every
with
killer
his rifle.
since
Columbine.
No, who shot Ford? President Ford. John Wilkes Booth.
I don't know.
Oh, they killed him before he could go to trial.
Wow, yeah.
They kill all those people. They know why. You know why they killed Lincoln.
Listen,
Why they killed Kennedy.
Did one of these kids come up with a water-based engine?
Well, that's another thing. The people who are in power in this country are not the politicians. The politicians are paid shills.
Yes.
You think Biden has any ounce of leadership skill in his body?
No.
He's a fucking robot.
Well, that's another
Does not compute.
That's another thing.
And
like,
the vice president, you think she's a fucking genius?
these people are politicians lifelong. Joe Biden's done nothing other than a lifeguard and whatever else he did as a kid.
And he punched Corn Pop.
Yeah. That's all he's ever done. He's been in, this is my point all along. He's been, and that's the problem why I hated Trump. He's been in politics his whole entire life. But now we're going to take charge and we're going to fix it because it needs to be. Dude, you've been talking about this shit for 30 years.
Right.
You ain't changing shit because you make money off of both sides.
That's right. They've done nothing, and they plan to continue to do nothing. But they want to. This is their time. This is their power grab. This is where the George Soroses and the Klaus Schwabs, those guys are pure evil.
Well, the more government thing.
Pure evil.
Everybody saw it this week.
Pure evil.
All the stuff they're talking about, they're having a good time telling you how to live your life, and
the
they have all the money and they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, it's us and them. It's the elite and everybody else.
Yep.
And that's what they want. And that's what they want to continue to have. And they're going to stop at nothing till their plan comes to fruition. They're going to stop at nothing. Collateral damage, 19 kids dying is collateral damage.
Yes.
It's for the greater good.
Well,
And the greater good being, we're the elite and you're not. That's it. There hasn't been school shootings until we've been able to put these kids on drugs and fucking groom them.
yes.
You're talking about grooming kids to be child trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
You groom these kids to be murderers. And then,
Well, they're setting them up that way.
yeah, we created these murderers, and the pharmaceutical companies are part and parcel of the problem. Why are we putting 5-year-olds on drugs? Why are we giving them medication so that they can fuck with their hormones, hormone blockers, so they can't become a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? We're creating this fucking mess. This government is creating this mess. This government is corrupt, it's evil, and it doesn't give a flying fuck about you or me.
Nah.
Or these kids.
Well, yeah. It's just the political pawn. You saw it as soon as it happened.
And you can get up there and you can shout from your bully pulpit, guns, 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 Republicans, but that's not the fucking problem.
Yeah.
The problem is you. The United States government, run by every fucking sick Democrat and half those fucking sick Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Our government's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only reason why, if we need a guy like Donald Trump. Is he perfect? No. Hell no. But he's the closest thing. Ronald Reagan was the greatest president that ever set foot on this planet. And he's the closest thing we can get to Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was a patriot. He knew that if you allow government to run and take away the freedoms of the people, this country is going to collapse. It's going to be like every other communist, socialist fucking country on the planet.
Yeah, and the people that are in power, so to speak, they don't, like you're saying, they don't care because they have all the money.
They got everything. They don't want for nothing.
Look at my ice cream. You know what I mean? Like with Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden has 4 houses. He has a $3.5 million beach house that's on the beach in Rehoboth. Go look it up. But climate change. You know what I mean? Like This shit doesn't add up, and people just go along and listen to
Nothing
these
adds up,
dopes
man.
because, well, they don't know anything better than you. They've never built anything. None of them, half of them are barely even worked a real job in their lives. They've been in government. They've been in politics. And all it is ass kissing, handshakes, and fucking...
Favors.
Yeah.
No. I do for you, you do for me. All right, let's finish with Whoopi. Got off track there.
Gun show, see you in court. Does your neighbor have too big an arsenal? Call the cops. Actually, let's invoke some Supreme Court logic, too. Alito says abortion's not in the Constitution. Well, neither are AR-15.
No, but firearms are.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what you name it.
And again, the protected class are the ones that want to take your guns away. The protected people.
Listen, don't sit here and the hypocrisy of it just makes me itch.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting here saying that, we should be able to kill babies in the womb or outside of the womb.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
But when 19 kids get killed by a gun, what would they be screaming if this guy went in and knifed 19 kids? What would they be screaming about then?
Well, I mean, it depends on the guy's race. It depends on, that's what I mean. Nobody gave a shit about the fucking New York subway shooter who happened to be a black guy who happened to also been in touch with the federal government. And then he was allowed to just, I'm going to say allowed. He did what he did. You know what I mean? Like,
he was allowed to do it. You're allowing all this nonsense.
You're picking and choosing your random acts of violence for what politically works.
Right. Right. And Whoopi is just a useful idiot.
Well, yeah.
She's their useful tool. She's a fucking tool.
I wish, and again.
And Joe Biden, just like Joe Biden, is a fucking tool.
Well, yeah.
He's a tool for the fucking elite. He's worthless. He's a worthless piece of shit.
Wow. Yes. I can't do 2 more years.
There's no fucking character. There's no love of country. There's no love of people. We don't take care of each other anymore. I never seen a government turn people against each other like this one. This is the worst that's ever been.
Well, all right,
let's finish.
Because I don't want to.
So I guess the Constitution doesn't cover them either. Life is so sacred, then stop using guns to abort young lives.
Abort young lives.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we can't use guns to abort young lives, but we can use a fucking suction machine.
Yeah,
I mean, what sense does that fucking make? You're going to throw the word abort in there?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
But this is exactly what you're saying. Like, so 28 days on some, like these on the books and in the bills after birth. Wow, it's okay.
Stop using guns to abort young lives. We're going to do it our way. The fuck's wrong with her?
Exactly. That's exactly the point.
We're mad because we don't want guns killing our kids. We want to take care of them ourselves.
And again,
we want to choose. We don't want you to choose.
It's every time it's the gun.
Fuck you, Whoopi.
It's the gun.
Fucking piece of
it's
shit.
the gun. Like, I know plenty of gun owners. Their gun isn't out walking around the streets just doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just doesn't walk out of its cabinet or load itself, or you make a conscious effort.
Well, how come? Let me just say,
just like everything, like you said about knifing.
How come we don't? Do you know how many other things out there that are killing people?
Yeah,
cigarettes. We don't get rid of them.
It's
alcohol.
Too much money.
We don't get rid of them. Automobiles. You know how many automobiles kill every single fucking day? We don't get rid of. We don't outlaw a single maybe the Hugo, but other than that, we haven't outlawed anything.
There was 43,000 deaths last year on the roadways. Deaths. That wasn't even accidents. That was deaths.
Yeah. We're still driving.
Where's Pete?
Still driving.
What's Booty doing?
He's breastfeeding his kid. Maybe he's going to have a womb implanted.
Yeah,
Who knows
probably.
That fucking psycho fucking loser.
But we're not worried about that. I got you. We're not worried about that.
Not worried about nothing.
Diabetes.
All the black on black crime. I woke up this morning. There's 5 more shootings in Philly. 2 more people died.
They got to beat that last year's record. We got to go.
Anybody care?
No.
Fuck them. But they don't care. They don't care when it's black people. And then you got Whoopi still. Why isn't she standing from the rooftops going, my people are being killed in record numbers in these inner cities.
Yeah.
We need to do something. Does she do that ever?
No.
No. Because she don't care. Because that's not what pays the fucking bills.
Right.
That's not what feeds her fucking fat ass.
Right.
She disgusts me.
She's definitely...
Her and that other cow, Joy Behar.
Well...
Why don't you donate your womb to a transgender, you dope? What's wrong with these people?
Right. God.
Stop using guns.
And stop voting for Republican.
Look at her face.
Bitch, please let me finish my rant.
Bitch,
you
please.
Getting on my nerves.
And Joy Behar, I keep calling her Joe.
It's
and
right.
Joe Behar. That was so profound. You had to interrupt my rant.
Yeah.
Don't vote for Republicans. Boy, thanks for letting us know the problem.
Right.
Genius. And look at the face.
I know. Well, that's
Bitch.
what. Yeah.
Bitch, please. I'll come over there and eat you.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
No, don't stop voting for Republicans.
Yes.
But get better Republicans in there.
Not now.
Get people who are going to look and say, okay, we don't have to have AR-15s. Well, I want to keep my shotgun because I still hunt. Okay, you can have your gun, but you can't have your AR-15. You're going to get all in my business and tell me what my family can and cannot do. Neither can you.
I love the way they throw the shotgun around. The shotgun. If you want to hunt, use a shotgun. First off, most people don't use a shotgun to hunt either.
No.
Because it's too loud and it's not very accurate.
Well, they use a shotgun for turkey.
Yeah, well, the
Use
turkey
shot.
I mean, yeah. But the
whatever.
pellets aren't going to, that ruins the meat, right? Isn't that the whole point?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not a hunter.
I mean, I guess you could use a shotgun slug, which is definitely blow your head apart.
Yeah, but if you can hit a turkey in the head.
Well, just even
But she's
a
like,
deer or
stay out
something
of,
like that.
But she's like, stay out of my business.
Yeah.
The business of murdering my children.
Yes.
Stay out of that.
Well, here's the point, and it's kind of like a
dope.
She's
Dopey
just,
Goldberg.
she's just lumping all Republicans in with the same thing, like stop voting for Republicans, and it's like like we kind of been saying, this is all they have. Like the Roe versus Wade kind of lost steam, so all right, we got to figure something else out. You had the Buffalo thing where it's like, the replacement theory stuff was big, and then everybody like put the montage together of all the CNN and all the other pundits on the Democrats, and the Morning Joe talking about replacement theory and the demographics are changing, and white people are gonna be the minority, which is fine, whatever. I'm cool with it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna go into a store for whatever reason and make shit happen. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Like the Buffalo guy.
Oh.
That's the whole reason why he did what
I
he
thought you were
did.
going to be like walking into a store going, hey, he's black, he's brown.
No.
There's too many of you. I
Yeah.
can't shop here.
Well, no, that's what they're acting like.
I know. It's
But nobody
stupid.
cares. The only people that make anything a racial issue is the Democratic side and their talking heads.
Right.
Because that's all they have is fear of the Republican Party, because the Republicans are trying to get this out and no more gay marriage and no more this, no more
Fear
that.
and hatred. Yep.
Because when the like, let's talk about what's actually going on. Gas prices, fuel prices, or food prices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everything's blown up. Housing market, your 401ks, your
Gone.
taxes. Nobody wants to talk about their taxes getting jacked because Trump did, everything was better. Everything was worse. You know what I mean? Yep. So this big scary gun is the AR-15 when there's other, like you said, there's other long arms and long rifles out there that do just as much damage, if not more.
If not more, yeah.
And it's just as easy, like, it's the reason why the AR-15 is chosen.
Well, they can just get rid of the AR-15 and make an AR-16.
Well, I'm just saying, the AR-15, the reason why they
Fucking dope.
choose not the shooters, it's a cheaper rifle to acquire.
Right.
And there's so many things you can do to different, to modify it and stuff like that, because
Look,
that's the point of it.
I'm all for gun control.
Yeah.
I don't want to give everybody a gun. I mean, everybody who's I mean, you need to go through a background check. If you got criminal activity in your past, maybe you shouldn't have a gun. I'm okay with that.
That's the whole point with Whoopi's. Well, he signed 22 bills. Like, all right, well, what were they? What made it easier?
But the problem with that is, if I prevent the criminal from getting a gun legally, he's going to get one illegally. Period. So the problem isn't the gun. Again, it's the vehicle that we use. You know, when you go and beat somebody over the head with a baseball bat and murder them, you don't get rid of baseball bats.
That guy was a bad person.
You get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
And what you need to do is defend people. We're going to get into the next video real quick because we got to go. But the police stood there for 45 minutes to an hour and didn't rush that fucking shooter.
Yeah.
And to me, it's they needed more dead bodies so that the government could come after the Second Amendment. What reason would you not rush in there?
At some point, yeah, I don't know.
There's no excuse for it.
I mean, somewhere somebody at the top of whatever departments are here or were there on the scene initially, whatever they were told, at some point, when does somebody just go, yo, I'm not waiting here any longer?
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened. You finally had like one of the Border Patrol, like SWAT team or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I'm not standing here anymore. I'm not waiting around.
I got kids in there.
I'm gonna drop this dude. Language warning. Sorry.
Every one of these armed assholes should be in that school. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
But we're stopping parents from doing stuff. First of all, if I'm a parent, you're gonna have to shoot me because I'm through that.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're tasing people. I don't know how many people they tased, but I mean, you gonna shoot all of us? I mean, I know we kind of discussed. Well,
Don't tell me this isn't rigged. They knew this guy was coming. They opened the fucking front door for him and they let his fucking ass in.
I don't know how.
The armed security guard that was supposed to be there on post was off-site. Everything was perfect for this kid to go in there.
Isn't that what happened with the Parkland shooting too? With that guy, that armed officer, the resource officer.
Everybody's afraid. Everybody's afraid. If all you guys are afraid, what are you doing? Go be a trash collector or fucking.
I mean,
go get a job at the zoo cleaning up.
I know, like the one thing
shit.
we don't know the actual timing of when this video is taken. Obviously, it's during or immediately right after, but you can see the presence of police there, and the fact that they're saying that they had to wait for a ballistic shield and a key to get into the building or the room is nonsense to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'll give you a fucking ballistics.
I don't understand how that happens. And all right, I know we kind of. So the kid you see him outside on the video. He just walks into the classroom or the school, and then the class is right there. He walks right in, and it's like, oh, I'm in here. I locked the door. Like, there's no exterior windows that they could have just dropped. Like, I would have taken the cops shooting through the glass.
Something.
To kill this kid, and if somebody accidentally got shot, like one of the kids or a hostage or something, at least I would justify and understand that. That's collateral damage.
First of all,
this is not collateral damage.
This guy is not a hostage taker.
No, well, he wasn't. I'm just saying, if you'd have got to the window instead of positioned yourself wherever it was, this is the same thing.
I mean, they didn't even have a fucking sniper.
If you remember,
somewhere. I mean, nothing.
If you think about the Pulse nightclub shooting too, that was another one where the police stood down while he was inside the nightclub shooting. for an hour. I mean, it might have been a couple hours he was in there because people said they were in the bathroom for like 2 hours waiting for this guy to kick in the door.
These poor kids were fucking collateral damage, and they were for the greater good. So now they got some. Now even got some Republicans fucking folding.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell's
They
like,
wanna
well,
get-
maybe we need to look into this.
They want to get rid of the Second Amendment, and they're gonna try, and that's the only reason why they're doing this. The government's corrupt. It's evil. It's run by corrupt people. The politicians are paid shills and nothing more. There's no fucking brains there. They're not leaders. They're paid fucking shills for these scumbags like Soros and fucking Schwab and all these other fucking scum.
Well, it's also the
evil, pure evil.
The pharmaceutical and these world
Exactly.
these world I don't want to say governments because they're not governments, but like these world organizations, the IMF, the WHO, the BIS, you know what I mean, Bank of International Settlements, International Monetary Fund, the WHO, you know what I mean. Even the ones in our country, the CDC, the FDA, they're all like they don't have any of your backing. They want what they want. And you know what? This is like I said, we've said this for podcast years since we've been doing this. If this country falls, this is the last country that when you see other countries marching for freedom,
there's no place to run.
They
bro.
have our flag because they know we're the last bastion of hope. And don't give up your guns. They tell you from these other countries, from socialist countries, people that come here as immigrants, don't give up your guns. When you give up your guns, bad things happen. Well, we know that they know they're not going to be able to take our guns.
Well, listen,
so they have to
think about it real quick before we go.
All right.
You have every citizen armed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the military isn't concerned with armed citizens? Because a military could take out an armed citizenry with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's the politicians that are concerned that the people have arms.
Well, because they're afraid of us.
That's right. They don't want to get their asses fucking shot off, and they know that we have every right to do that because they are committing acts of treason every fucking day.
And I
And
know
their fear is that one of us is going to fucking take them out.
allegedly.
Well, I mean,
But
that's
no,
what
no,
they're
no.
afraid
I
of.
know. I got it. And it's kind of what we were saying. Like they are the corrupt people that are running this country, and you saw with like the January 6th thing, like, and that's kind of like people are kind of like paused to, I guess, to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like to actually. I mean, it's gonna come at some point. I don't know how or when and at what point.
Well, it's going to come to a head.
At what point do we finally go, yo, this? Because we've been saying it. This whole government needs to be burned down and restarted fresh.
Yep.
From the Constitution. Not all these. Listen, if you want to run again and you get reelected, then that's fine. Then that's whoever reelects you, and you were corrupt or you were semi-corrupt.
Well, the problem is all these fucking scumbags are being financed by these corrupt people. I mean, and it's hard for a regular guy who has no money to fucking run.
Right.
I mean,
that's your average Joe isn't getting in there because number one, he doesn't have the funding.
Right. Your average Joe needs to be the guy in there.
Yes.
Not these fucking dirtbags.
Correct.
Okay. All right. We got to get out of here, bro.
All
right. It was nice talking to you. Catch you guys on the next.
Yep.
Click the links. Check us out on YouTube. It's okay to be American for hopefully for sure. We got knocked off.
Yeah. It's all right.
A couple weeks ago for talking about the election. God damn, we talked about the election. And that's the other thing. There's silence in our speech. So you people want to continue to vote Democrat, abort children, pay high gas prices. And I get people on TikTok all day telling me, "Oh, just get on with your life." Okay, pal. Hey, I'm fine with it. Are you good with what's going on? Because if you are,
that's the part I don't understand.
I
just
don't
get
get
on
it.
with your life.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Somebody said something to me about like stop being childish and move along. Trump lost. I was like, yeah, I know. Enjoy your inflation. You know what I mean? Like when you see a zero in front on the gas tanks now or the gas pumps, a zero in front of the 6.
I just don't understand why they think that's okay.
Well, it's Trump's fault. It's Putin's fault. You know what I mean? Like I just this guy.
Yeah, but the leader. But wouldn't you turn to your current leader and say, "Do something"? Oh, sorry, can't do it. Not my fault.
Well, he's gonna do something.
He's not gonna do anything. He can't do anything.
He's gonna do something before the midterm. So
Well,
he's gonna somehow magically gas prices are it's the causation reaction solution. This government has caused a bunch of nonsense.
All right.
There's
you
our
rest up.
reaction.
Get better. We ate your son.
And now Joe's gonna be like, I fixed it. I got the solution. Here's your gas prices lowered.
see.
Everybody's
Well,
gonna be like, Joe's so great. You see what he did?
You got more pandemics coming. We got a big problem. All right,
Yeah,
let's just get out of here. We can talk all fucking day.
It's good to be back.
All right, we'll catch you guys later. Check us out on the Patriot Podcast Network on your Roku TV.
Click the links. Redcon 1, First Warrior. Get your supplements. If you missed your Memorial Day goals. 4th of July is next. So let's go.
All right, get down there and give me 20.
We'll do it together.
Okay.
All right.
Orange Man out.
Thanks, everybody.